The witches met me on the day we won the battle. I have since learnt they have supernatural knowledge. I tried desperately to question them further, but they vanished into thin air. I was standing spellbound, when messages from the king arrived and greeted me as Thane of Cawdor, which is precisely what the witches had called me before, as well as the future king. I thought I should tell you this news urgently, my dearest partner in greatness, so that you could celebrate too about the greatness we have to look forward to. Keep it secret, and farewell. You're Thane of Glamis and Cawdor, and you're going to be king, just as you were promised. But I worry whether or not you have all it takes to seize the crown. You are too kind to strike aggressively at your first opportunity. You want to be powerful, and you may not lack ambition, but you don't have the nerve to carry it out. Things you want to do, you want to do like a good man. You don't want to cheat, but you steal what doesn't belong to you. You're too afraid to do what you need to get something you want. You want someone to do it for you. Come home quickly so I can persuade you to go after the crown. They ain't witchcraft, both seem to want you to be king. What news do you bring? The king is coming here tonight. You must be crazy to say such a thing. Macbeth is with the king. And wouldn't it be here you have told me in advance so I could prepare if the king was really coming tonight? It's the truth. I'm sorry. Macbeth is coming. He sends a messenger just ahead of him, who is arriving here was so out of breath that he could barely speak his message. Take care of him, as he brings great news. So the messenger announces Duncan's entrance into my palace, the place where he will die. Come, you spirits that assist murderous thoughts. Make me less of a woman and more of a man. Fill me from head to toe with deadly cruelty. Thicken my blood and clog up my veins so I won't feel regret and remorse. So no human can stop my evil plan and prevent me from accomplishing it. Come to my female breasts and turn my mother's milk into poisonous acid, you murderous demons. Wherever you hide, invisible and waiting to do evil, come and cover the world in the darkest smoke, so that my knife can't see the wound it cuts open, and so heaven can't sneak through the darkness and cry, "No, stop." Great Thane of Glamis and worthy Thane of Cawdor, soon be greater than both these titles. Once you have become king, your letters transported me from the present moment to the future. It feels like it's already here. My dearest love, Duncan is coming here tonight. And when does he plan to leave? He plans to leave tomorrow. That day must and will never come. Your face portrays such suspicious feelings, my lord, and people will be able to read you like a book. In order to fool them, you must appear as they expect you to look. Greet the king with welcoming expression in every way. You must look like an innocent flower, but be the snake that hides underneath. The king is coming, and he's got to be taken care of. I will handle tonight's preparations. Tonight will change every day and night for the rest of our lives. We will speak about this further. You project a peaceful mood. If you look troubled, you arouse suspicion. Leave the rest to me. Look, here comes our honest hostess. Sometimes the love my subjects bring to me is at my inconvenience, but I still must accept it as love. In doing so, I'm teaching you to thank me for the inconvenience I may be causing you by being here, because it comes from my love to you. Everything we're doing for you, even if it was doubled and doubled again, is something compared to the honours that you brought to our family. We gladly welcome you our guests, with thanks for both the honours you've given us before and the new honours you have recently presented us with. Where is Macbeth? We followed him closely, hoping to ride here before him, but he rides so swiftly, and his great love helped him beat us here. Noble hostess, we owe us tonight. We are your servants, your highness, as is our house and everything in it. It is at your disposal. After all, we keep it in your trust, and we are glad to give back to you what's yours. Give me your hand. Bring me to Macbeth, my host. I love him dearly, and shall continue to favour him. Whenever you're ready, hostess. What news do you bring? He's almost finished eating dinner. Why did you leave? Has he asked for me? Don't you know that he has? We can't go on with this plan. The king has just honoured me, and I've just earned the good opinions of all sorts of people. I want to enjoy these honours while the feeling is fresh. Why throw them away so soon? Were you drunk when you seemed so hopeful before? Have you gone to sleep and woken up green and pale in fear of this idea? For now, this is what I'll think of your love. Are you afraid to act in the way you desire? Will you take the crown you both so badly want? Or will you live as a coward, always say I can't, after you say I want to? Please, stop. I dare to do only what is proper for a man to do. Who dares to do more is not a man at all. If you weren't a man, then what kind of animal were you before when you told me you wanted to do this? When you dared to do it, that's when you were a man. If you go one step further by doing what you dared to do before, you will be much more of a man. The time and place weren't right before, but you would have gone on with the murder anyway. Now the time and place is just right. They're too good for you, almost. But if we fail? We fail? Get your courage up, and we can't fail. When Duncan is asleep, the days-long journey has definitely made him tired. I'll get his two servants, so drunk they won't remember a thing. When they lie fast asleep, what won't we be able to do to the unguarded Duncan? And what if we do, we can blame the servants. Once we have covered the two servants with blood and used their daggers to kill people, won't people believe they are the culprits? Who could think it would happen any other way? Anyway, we'll act surprised when we hear the dreadful news, and we'll grieve loudly just in case. Now I'm decided, and I will do all I can to commit this crime. Go now, and pretend to be a friendly hostess. Hide what you know in your false, evil heart. The alcohol that's got on the servants drunk has made me bold. It's fired me up. Listen, that was the yell that shrieked a scary good night, like the bells ring before they execute people. Macbeth must be killing Duncan right now. The door to his chamber is open, and the drunk servants are making a mockery of their joss by snoring instead of protecting the king. I put so many drugs in their drinks that you can't tell if they're dead or alive. Who's there? What is it? Oh no, the servants woke up, and the murder didn't happen. For us to attempt murder and not to see would ruin us. Listen to that. I've put the servants' daggers where Macbeth would find them. He couldn't have missed them. If Duncan hadn't reminded me of my father whilst he was sleeping, I would have killed him myself. My husband. I have done the deed. Did you hear any noises? I heard the owl scream and the cry of the crickets. Did you say something? When? Just now. She came down. This is a sorry sight. That's a stupid thing to say. One of the students laughed in their sleep and cried, Murder. They managed to wake each other up. I soon listened to them. But then they said their prayers and went back to sleep. One servant cried, God bless us, and the other replied, Amen. And as they see my bloody hands, listening to their frightened voices, I couldn't reply, Amen, when they said, God bless us. Don't think about it too much. But I couldn't say Amen. I needed God's blessing so desperately. But the words Amen got stuck in my throat. We can't think about what we just did. If we do, it will drive us crazy. I heard a voice cry, Sleep no more. Macbeth is murdering sleep. Innocent sleep. Sleep that soothes us all our worries away. Sleep that puts each day to rest. Sleep that relieves the weary labour and heals hurts mind. Sleep, the main course in life's feast, and the most nourishing. What are you talking about? The voice kept crying, Sleep no more, to everyone in the house. Macbeth has murdered sleep, and therefore Macbeth will sleep no more. Who said that? Why did you let yourself become weak? You think about things in a cowardly way, and go get some water and wash the evidence from your hands. Why did you carry these daggers back out of the room? They have to stay there. Go, take them back, and smear the sleeping guards with blood. I can't go back. I'm afraid even to think about what I've done. I can't stand to look at it again. Coward! Give me the daggers. Dead and steaming boys can't hurt you. If Duncan bleeds, I'll paint the servants' faces with his blood. We'll make it seem like they're guilty. My hands are as red as yours, but I'd be ashamed if my heart was as pale. I hear some knocking at the south entry. Let's go back to our bedroom. Let's all water wash away the evidence of our guilt. It's so simple. You've lost it. Listen, there's more knocking. Put on your nightgown, in case someone comes and sees we're awake. It's now out of your daze. I'd rather be completely unconscious than to think about my crime. I wish the knocking would wake Duncan. What's going on? Why is this terrifying trumpet calling everyone together who's sleeping in the house? Speak up and tell me. Oh, gentle lady, this news isn't fit for your ears. If I repeated it to you, it would kill you as soon as you heard it. Oh, Banquo, the king has been murdered. How horrible! What's in our house? It's been terrible wherever it happened. Macbeth, Duff, I tell you, I beg you, tell us you were lying, and say it isn't so. If I had only died an hour before this event, I could have said I had lived the best life. Because from this moment on, there is nothing worth living, for everything is a sick joke. This graceful, renowned king is dead. The wine of life has been poured out, and only jokes remain. What's wrong? You are. You don't know it yet. The source from which your royal blood has come from has stopped. Your father, the King of Scotland, has been murdered. Who did it? It seems that the guard was supposed to be protecting him chamber did. The hands and face were all covered in blood, so their daggers were found on the pillars unwiped. They stared at us in confusion. No one's life should have been entrusted to them. I still regret the anger that drove me to kill them. And yet, why did you kill them? Is it possible to be wise, bewildered, calm, furious, loyal, neutral all at once? Nobody can do that. The violent rage inspired by my love for Duncan caused me to act in such a way, before I could think rationally and tell myself to pause. The gashes where the knife had cut looked like wounds to nature itself. Then right next to him I saw the murderers, dripping with blood, the daggers rudely covered in the gore. Who could have restrained themselves? Who loved Duncan and had the courage to act on it? Help me, get out of here quickly. Take care of the lady. Yes, take care of her. Why don't you take a seat? We would have all the nobility of Scotland here, gathered under one roof. If only Banquo was here. I hope it turns out he's late out of rudeness, and not because something bad has happened to him. His absence means he's broken his promise, sir. If it pleases you, your highness, why don't you sit with us, and grace us with your royal company? The table is full. Here's an empty seat, sir. Where? Here. What's wrong, your highness? Which one of you did this? What, my lord? You can't say I did it. Don't shake your bloody head at me. Gentlemen, stand up. Your highness not well. Sit down, worthy friends. My husband is often like this. He has been since he was a child. Please stay seated. This is just a brief fit. In a moment he'll be well again. If you pay not too much attention to him, you'll make him angry, and his convulsions will grow longer. Eat your dinner and pay no attention to him. Go! And get out of my sight. Stay in your grave. There's no marrow in your bones. Your blood is cold. You're staring at me with your eyes I have no power to see. Please don't speak to him. He's getting worse and worse. Talk makes him crazy. Everyone, please leave right away. Don't pull the ecstasy in the order of your rank. Just leave right away. I hope the king gets well soon. There's still a spot here. Come out down the spot. Out I command you. 1, 2. Okay, it's time to do it now. Hell is murky. Nonsense, my lord. Nonsense. You are a soldier, and yet you are afraid? Why should we be scared? Or never can lay guilt upon us. But who would have thought the old man would have so much blood in him? The same that I had a wife. Where is she now? Will my hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord. No more of that. You'll ruin everything by acting startled like this. I still have the smell of blood on my hands. All the Persians of Arabia couldn't make my hands smell better. Oh, oh, oh. Wash your hands. Put on a nightgown. Don't look so frightened. I tell you again, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out of his grave. To bed, to bed. There's a knocking at the gate. Come, 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 come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed.